Hey, it's Coach Anderson from Mississippi Public Broadcasting Online. Today we're going to talk to you a little bit more about ACT, more specifically about ACT reading. And we try to give you an idea that if you put some effort into doing well on ACT, you can possibly save yourself and your parents a great deal of money and get into the school, of course, that you desire. Today, what we're going to talk about is going through and putting together some of those things that we've talked about for a strategy to do well on ACT reading. What we want you to do today is we're going to take a brief practice test, and what we want you to do is employ those things that we gave you, those strategies, if you will, that we gave you, to see if you can apply them to this particular practice test and see if you can see some improvement in your score. So in a few moments, what we'll do, of course, is we will get ready to take the test. But before we do so, let's go through a few things, of course, and see if we can kind of jog your memory about a few things. First, students, remember the reading test is 40 questions and you have 35 minutes. You're not penalized for incorrect answers, so leave no question unanswered. Guess if you have to, but make it an educated guess. Relax, identify the passages you're the most comfortable with and have at it. When you have finished the test, we will review each answer and discuss the rationale for your correct answers. You have been provided with an answer sheet at the end of the test. Please utilize it to maintain that authenticity of the actual test and for the practice, especially if it is the written test. Taking the reading test. These are some things that we should keep in mind, of course, as we navigate through and, of course, take the test. Our lesson today will focus on the ACT reading section of the official ACT test. Students, you will need to navigate to the URL in the description of the video, which follows the lesson, or the test, and can also be found in my Google Drive. Directions as to how to access the test via Google Drive will also be included in the video description. Upon clicking on that URL, students will be routed to a web page with 6 official ACT sample tests. If you click on the URL, you choose test 2176 CPRE. If students choose, they can access the same test in the Google Drive in the video description. Good luck, please get started, and I will see you after the test and we will debrief. Okay. On last time that we were talking, we were directing you, of course, to the ACT reading test. We hope you did very, very well. Remember, at some point in the next lesson, or what we will do, of course, is go through and debrief and go through each individual answer and see if you got the correct answers. But before we get to that, though, we're going to tell you what your answers or what your scores, of course, mean. So what we're going to do in a few moments, of course, is we're going to talk about the things that we'll look at when it comes to the debrief. Questions, the things that you should have gotten from the test upon taking it. What did we learn from the testing experience? Was I able to finish on time? If not, what slowed me down? Was my annotation strategy effective? And if it wasn't effective, what can I do, of course, to improve it? Were the main ideas easily identified? Did vocabulary slow me down? Did I make use of the context clues? How do I get better? Those are some of the questions that you want to ask yourself, of course, once this debrief, of course, is over. So those are the types of things that we're going to be looking at when we're going through, of course, and attacking the second lesson the 12th lesson in the series. So once again, what we're going to do, of course, is look at the debrief. Hope you were able to answer some of those questions in the debrief. And what we're going to do, of course, is go through and tell you how you can use the answers or the answers that you received from the ACT reading and what that interpretation means. So until next time, this is Coach Anderson from Mississippi Public Broadcasting Online, and we'll see you next time when it comes to ACT reading.